welcome to Nairobi, Kenya for the 2021 FIBA Afro-Basket Qualifier, Game 1 of the Nairobi edition between Somalia and South Sudan. Both teams now can take onto the court for a photo session. Thank you very much. Nairobi, Kenya Nyayo National Gymnasium will be our home between 14th and 18th of January 2020. Both teams now can get into the court for a brief photo session. Photo session with their official kit. Of course, South Sudan in the red jersey and the red pants, while Somalia wearing the traditional white and blue uniform. Remember, South Sudan is the highest ranked Zone 5 African team in this tournament. Thank you very much. Now we can have the photo session for South Sudan, please. Thank you. Thank you, Somalia. A round of applause for Somalia. Now we'll have the photo session for the South Sudan national team. Thank you very much, South Sudan. Both teams will now go to the bench for a call-out station.
The toilet?
Call-up of the two teams, South Sudan being the team A of the first game of the 2021 pre-qualifier tournament. Number 1 of South Sudan, standing at 5'11", 10 to 1. Number 3, standing at 6'3", ball back. Number 4, Joko. Number 5, Philippe. Number 6, Luale. Number 7, Wen. Number 8, Kwani. Number 9, Muo. Number 11, Malui. Number 14, Mabioli. Number 10, Puna. And the Cables for South Sudan in Nigeria. Now to the Somali national team at number 0.
Hey, let's go.
Ahmed.
Hey, stand up.
Both teams will have an exchange. Before the tournament.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then they get back to the call-up line and the free throw line.
Yeah, bring it in here first. Listen. We all we need, all right? We're going to focus on every possession. They're going to make a run, we're going to make a run. One possession at a time. Don't put your head down. We fight all day. That's what Somalia is built on, yeah? Together on
Fight on D.
Yeah.
Every possession you heard them.
Hey, I'll say we all we got. You guys say we all we need. 3 times. We all we got.
We all we need.
We all we got.
We all we need.
We all we got.
We all we need.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Listen, communication is the key. You gotta communicate. Whether you're gonna switch or it's gonna stay on the screen, communication has to happen. You understand when the shot is second? So all set, rebound and go up and rebound. Box out first though. Don't forget. Okay? All time, communicate. All day.
Yo, guys, Guys, come on.
So hold on, everyone.
Guys, on the rebound, on defensive rebounds, guards do not leak out. Do not leak out. If your man is going for the offensive board, you should be banging with it. Only person that should be is a point guard, maybe the 2. Even the 2 sometimes we will need you to get in there because they're going to go for offensive boards. All right?
Let's go, man.
So don't only count on defensive rebounds.
We all we got.
You all we got.
We all we need. We all we got.
Somebody else, 1, 2, 3. Somalia. What's up, it? Tell them, bro. What the hell is that?
Remember the 6 nation South Sudan, Somalia, Kenya, Eritrea, Burundi, and Tanzania. 5 days of basketball, round robin elimination. The winner qualified to represent Zone 5 in the Afro Basketball Qualifier Trophy. Group B consists of Senegal, Madagascar, and Angola.
We'd have to go back 3 years since Kenya hosted a major regional tournament, and that was the Intercity Challenge in what now seems to be an eternity. Destiny fulfilled as the sun pierces the clouds in this warm Nairobi afternoon. Afro Basketball pre-qualifier tournament which finally gets underway under the skies of the Kenyan capital with a double-header today. First game, as you can see on the screens, is South Sudan taking on Somalia, and our marquee matchup later on has the host Kenya battling Eritrea. This is a Group D tournament that precedes the main tournament to be held later on during the year. And Group D has Kenya, South Sudan, Somalia, Eritrea, Tanzania, and Burundi. My name is Fidal Maite. Alongside me in commentary is Silale Shani. Silale, your thoughts so far as the game has tipped off?
It's an exciting time for Kenyan basketball and for basketball in the region, really. But most of all, it's a treat for us, Fidel, to enjoy international tournament right here in our home court of Nyayo National Stadium, and seeing excellent teams like South Sudan and Somalia go up against each other. It's very exciting. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be a part of this.
So Kenya has hosted these tournaments before. Remember, in 2015 we had the Zone 5 tournament that happened in Mombasa. 2017 we had the Intercity Challenge, another exciting tournament, and this one, of course, the Afro Basketball pre-qualifier tournament. South Sudan attacking the basket right there, and a missed opportunity by them, leading to this fast break by Somalia, but it's swatted away there by the big man. And can they turn this into offense? Number 9 there with a big block. Matiang, three-pointer from the corner. And they manage to stick it. They lead this game early on, 3-0. Foul has been called. Yusuf from Somalia was fouled in that instance. They turn the corner there. 3-point of their own. Somalia, they make it stick. Number 23, Mohamed Warsawed. Top of the key there to control the tempo. Patient build-up. Driving baseline and an offensive foul. Nice defense there by number 9 from the Somali squad. Yusuf playing both ends of the court.
Now, by all means, Fidel, these two teams on the screen right here should be the powerhouses of the tournament because of how they recruited so well in preparation for this tournament, as number 3, Sheikh Mohammed Maksamid. Those names are going to give us a tough time this tournament, aren't they? We're going to do our best, guys. We're going to do our best.
Beautiful names.
But really, again, both teams have recruited well from across the world. Australia, the US, Uganda, Europe. And so I think we should be seeing some of the best basketball in this game right here.
Patient build-up by both sides. Matiang driving baseline. 2 for 2 right now. His earlier points came from the three-point line. This time showing a bit of versatility driving to the basket. A loose ball there, almost a steal. But South Sudan recovers. Remember, South Sudan are in red, Somalia are in white. Ball goes to the post. Number 10, Makwe. And a nice bank shot there. The bank is open after 4 o'clock.
It's good patience from the post player right there. Using his body to get to the hoop.
Adnan drives to the basket, gets fouled there. He goes to the free throw line to shoot two free throws. South Sudan leading this one 7-5.
Substitution.
Now, this player, Guled Adnan, I don't know if you remember him, Fidel, but he was actually here for the Africa City Challenge.
Yes.
He was one of the players who came in from Canada.
Yeah.
And one of the players all of us underestimated because, you know, they're so slight and he was a bit shorter back then. But it's good to see him back here on the national team and being part of what could be history for Somalia if they advance from this tournament.
That's interesting to note, and that's why we call Silale the MVP. She remembers all this small stuff. The thing we noted about the intercity squad from the Somali team that came through, the Mogadishu team rather, was the fact that these guys can really shoot the basket. And offensive foul on Guled by South Sudan, number 8 there, guilty of that indiscretion. Kuani. Ball goes to number 9, Yusuf. Almost a loose pass. Number 23, left-handed player there, Mohamed Warsawed. Short jumper doesn't make it stick. And it's interesting to see the big man handling the ball from the top of the key. I can tell you from the first instance he can really shoot the ball. And as we say that, Matiang, he's 3 for 3 from the field.
Matiang plays for the Bendigo Braves in Australia. Quite a number of players are from Australia in the South Sudan squad. He's the veteran of the team, Fidel. As Somalia, I mean, these two teams are just giving as good as they're getting.
Mohamed Warsawed with a left hook shot there, making it stick, cutting the deficit to just 1 point. It's going to be a tough encounter, Silale. I have to agree with you. Driving baseline there. Number 8, Kuani gives it up to number 7 there. The jumper doesn't go through. Weknyang. Ball goes to Guled. 3-pointer, no good. Big rebound there. They have a chance to reset the drive baseline again. He misses from point blank. He's all alone. He elects to kick it out to his point guard number 3, Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed.
It's a good defense from the Somalia side to get the ball back, to take all the way to the hoop. Basket falls short. And I must say, Fidel, Somalia are very aggressive with attacking to the hoop. It's a style of play we're not used to seeing here in Kenya, but I think it's what's going to work against the South Sudanese team, who are a good 5 inches taller than the average Somalia player.
Size is definitely a factor here. If you look at especially the first block, that size wasn't a factor there. And Somalia take the ball straight to the cup. Through number 9 there, Yusuf. He's been very active on the offensive end. Almost another loose pass. Kuani driving to the basket, but he gets fouled there by number 1, Olol Osman.
It was a hard hack to the hoop, and Fidel, I must say, both sides are going to have to do a better job on the defensive end of just taking away those drives. I mean, that was an easy, wide open lane to the hoop for Kweni. And I think Somalia, even with the height difference, we should really clog up the lane and make sure that South Sudan doesn't have those kinds of opportunities.
Kuani to the free throw line, trying to tie the game and possibly lead the game if he goes 2 for 2. 4:33 remaining in the first quarter. Remember our marquee matchup, the second game of today will be the host Kenya taking on Eritrea. Because you can see from away from the camera, we have the assistant coach of the team, Sadat Gaya of the Kenya Morans, in attendance, possibly scouting and seeing what they can take from this game. Of course, as Lali had mentioned earlier, these two are powerhouses, as Kuani makes it 2 for 2 from the free throw line. South Sudan lead this one 11 points to 10. Yusuf, top of the key, 3-pointer. No good. Rebound there, Kuani handling the point guard duties at the moment. Driving all the way to the basket, but a nice strip there, defensive strip by number 3, Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed.
South Sudan doing a good job of making sure Somalia doesn't get those second chance points, as they should, considering the height differential. And Fidel, you know, these South Sudan team just checked in to Kenya about 6 days ago. They've been training at Brookhouse as number 7, Weknyang, almost brought us all to our feet. Somalia with the answer on the other end, basket's no good. And I mean, the South Sudanese team, I was talking to the team manager, Manyang, earlier, and he says a lot of the players actually haven't played with each other for long. So this tournament is also kind of the first step in making sure that they build a certain level of team chemistry, as we see a nice turnaround floater from the Somalia side. And I think it's just so great to see South Sudan back in these kinds of tournaments, you know.
It's good to see both teams back in this kind of tournaments. Mohamed Warsawed earlier on showing his dexterity, using his right hand to score over the length of the South Sudanese team, driving to the basket. Baseline jumper, no good. Big rebound there, number 3. Back ball. Lead pass and a nice dunk there by number 7, Wek Yang. Wek Yang, during the warm-ups, you could see the guy can really get up there despite his height. And the turnover there, unforced error. Olol Osman dribbled the ball off his foot. Somali turnover.
Somalia. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to play. Somalia 12, South Sudan 30.
Olol Osman shooting forward for Somalia. I'm sure he was very disappointed about that turnover. Definitely one of the more experienced players in the Somalia side. He's played in Europe, Mexico, and Egypt, and most recently played in the NBL in Canada.
Vast experience by both sides, South Sudan and Somalia. You'd have to wonder what are the host chances if you look at both of these teams with the experience overseas. But before we do that, I think we'll have to go to both benches and have a listen to what they have to say.
And the 4 will hit you up here, and you finish. Then switch it.
Okay,
So when you come and seal this guy, right? He will, instead of posting here, stay right here. He will get it here, throw it here.
Okay,
Or the point guard could throw it to him.
Hey, we need a rebound, man. Come on. We gotta get that damn rebound.
Let's go.
We're back to the game. It was a timeout called. You can see this beautiful drive by number 7, Wek Nyang, just cocking the ball back and slamming it home. One thing we've noticed about this South Sudanese team, they're very, very athletic, and we're back to the game. This is real-time action. Back ball dribbling, drive into the basket, and a block on number 14, but they call a foul. Maibur Deng Mayot has been fouled on that play. He's just checked into the game. Big man, as you can see from his height, looks like a 6'7", 6'8" kind of player. He doesn't look 6'2" like me.
No, he doesn't. Somalia going to have to do a better job of boxing out and making sure the South Sudanese players don't get in position to get those rebounds. You saw in the timeout that is something that they're intending to do, to rebound a bit better.
Yeah.
And really that could be the difference for South Sudan to get a better lead in this game.
One small thing to note that South Sudan have been very good from the free throw line early on. 3-pointer there by Somali. Expect a lot of that from this team. Very good shooters. Matiang swings the ball to Kwani, but he gets rejected there, and a drive to the basket. It's good. Sheikh Mohammed Max Ahmed is a player to watch on this Somali side.
Absolutely, Fidel. Arguably one of the shortest players on the floor, but fearless from the looks of how he's been playing so far.
Oh, nice crossover there. Nice drive and dish. But Wek Nyang couldn't hold the ball. Somali come away with it. And you notice international refereeing is quite different from our local league. That would have been called a jump ball almost immediately. But the officiating giving them time to work things out. 3-pointer, and it's good. Kwani. Cool as you like.
Cool as you like. Currently playing for the Sydney Kings in Australia, just 25 years old, Fidel.
And Somalia answers back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a high-scoring game here. Olol Osman, I should say, from way downtown, sticking a 3. Oh, nice hesitation there, but he lost the ball, back ball, and Somalia off to the races. They slow it down. Osman, another 3, no good. Big rebound there. Mayot. Lead pass on a nice drive and basket. Beautiful up and under move by Wek Nyang. take another look at this beautiful, oh my goodness,
Substitution.
up in the air, gliding his
1
way
minute,
through to the
3
basket.
seconds. First quarter.
And
If you guys are young enough, you might
South Sudan
remember
20,
one Clyde
Somalia
Drexler.
17.
Pretty sure only you remember Clyde Drexler, Fidel.
That too is true.
Alol Osman gonna have to be careful with this foul situation. Picked up 2 in this first quarter alone. Yet he is one of the offensive players of the squad. But I think we're going to be seeing a lot of highlights from Wek Nyang.
That is for sure. And that's the impressive thing about this South Sudan team. They have been very good from the charity stripe. They now lead this game by 4 points, 21-17. Corner baseline jumper there by 23, Mohamed Warsawed. No good. Off to the races. Nice rep to the basket, but he gets stripped there. It's a foul on Kwani. Kwani has been having a field day in penetrating this Somali defense. And as you rightly said, Silale, Somali needs to do a better job to prevent those drives. And at that point, the only option was to foul the player. And this is not a team that you want to foul right now.
No, it's not. But when you give them that open lane, clearly their players are going to take it. They really have to clog it up, either go maybe to a 2-3 zone defense or just play a little bit more on the help side, just to make sure that the slashers don't have that clear look at the rim.
And as the story has been going, Kwani makes another free throw. South Sudan doing a good job from the charity stripe. 2 for 2. They're almost automatic from the free throw line. Somali trying to come back into this game, but another turnover there. They can't handle the ball. They're having problems handling it. Mismatch there down on the post, but Mayotte can't take advantage, and they're off to the races. And another block. And these blocks are very emphatic, leads to this fast break. Number 11, Malone Emmanuel, finally manages to make it stick. Let's take another look at this swipe off the backboard by Kwani playing both ends of the floor. Number 24 for Somali coming in, Ali Mustafa gives the ball to Warsamed. Not enough time on the clock. South Sudan lead this game 25-17.
Somalia 17.
In this first game of the AfroBasket pre-qualifier tournament, it's going to be taking place from today, the 14th, to the 19th of January.
Don't head to the basket, please. Share the ball. Someone will be open. Then if you get shot, miss it, that's good. But don't rush to shoot, please. Okay? And defense. Let's make some help and rebound. Boxing out. You are some of you. They shoot the ball. 2 of you are watching the ball. Don't mind it. Go to the offense rebound.
Listen,
Come on, guys.
Listen, I've seen a play of time. My shot go up, the ball bounce to the ground, and it takes 2-3 seconds for someone to go after it. So a shot goes up, 2-3 guys are fresh.
But yeah, they can't beat you guys off the dribble, right? They just want to shoot, especially the big. So stay up close to them. Keep doing your thing. Hey, as soon as you get the ball in your hand.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first quarter. Somali started off the game very well. Drives by Sheikh Mohamed Maxamed. He's been their go-to player in terms of just being aggressive and taking the ball to the cup. But South Sudan had other ideas. That man right there, Kwani, doing it from deep, doing it from inside. He's been all over the place. But Somalia had an answer for almost everything. Olol Osman, a deep 3 right in the face of Kwani.
This game really has been head-to-head so far, Fidel, and people who have really stood out in the South Sudanese team is number 7, Wek Nyang. Like I said earlier, we're probably going to see a lot of highlights from him. As you said earlier, extremely athletic South Sudanese side.
South Sudan
Very
leading
athletic South Sudanese
25.
side, and as you can see from that block, second
Somalia
quarter
17.
is underway. And the game has started. You can see Somalia moving the ball really well. Long distance shot there, big rebound by Maibou Deng Mayot. He gets fouled on that possession. The Somalia have to be careful not to go over the limit in terms of their fouls. That was an unnecessary foul. What's your advice on players? If you don't get the rebound, what do you do? Just go back on defense, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you don't get the rebound, you got to sprint back down the court on the other end and play some defense. And you have, if you don't do that, you have situations like this where once again South Sudan are taking advantage of the open lane. They have to take away that center drive.
Tenny Puot, who's just checked into the game. Look at that drive. Using his left hand, right forearm to ward off the defender, and a foul on Ahmed Farouk. Taking Puot to the free throw line.
Where I have to give respect where it's due, Fidel, is the free throw situation for both sides. I think Kenya, we can really borrow a leaf from these two national teams who have shot so well from the free throw line.
To say a couple of leaves. Making his first free throw. It's 2 for 2. Extending this South Sudanese team's lead. And you kind of get the feeling the confidence level has gone a notch higher. This South Sudanese team, and a foul has been called on South Sudan. Number 3, Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed. Number 13, rather, Haji Mahad has been fouled. He's asking the officials if he's going to the free throw line. Let's take a look at what has been decided. Yes, he's going to be shooting 2 free throws. It's good to see the team is deep. At the moment, Guled Adnan and Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed are on the bench taking a breather, as well as Kofo Yusuf. They've been very instrumental for this Somali side in the first quarter. A nice rotation by the Somali side. 27-19 in favor of South Sudan. Port looking, searching, taking a screen from the big man. Emmanuel driving to the basket, almost an and one. Port has been that energizer bunny, as if South Sudan needed any more energy for this team.
Now, if you saw in the replay there, Fidel, the help side defense is not helping enough. If that defender had just taken an extra step, Puat would not have even thought about trying to take that drive. He would have tried, and he would have found that wall, and he would have had to pull the ball back up.
Lack of communication on the defensive end by the Somali side. And this can be attributed to the fact that most of these players have just met this week.
True, but I also feel like that's just a basic basketball defensive principle when it comes to help side defense. If you want to try and make sure or take away those center lane drives.
Makes the second free throw. And that's a nice problem South Sudan have in terms of their backup point guard. And a foul there, silly foul by Malu Emmanuel. Touch foul, but nevertheless a foul. And those are the fouls you don't want to give in this very competitive game. Game 1 of the AfroBasket pre-qualifier tournament. Number 24 there, Ali Mustafa. Very good defense by South Sudan. And this is what you're alluding to. They forced them into a jumper there. It doesn't matter. Haji Mahed, 6-2, just below the free throw line. South Sudan turning the corner. Nice entry pass by Kwani. Puot calls for patience. Driving baseline, looking for the pick and roll. It's not there. Takes a jumper, no good. Big rebound there by Somalia. They're off to the races. Deep 3, Ali Mustafa, no good. Big rebound. I think he had enough time on the shot clock. But then again, things on the ground are different.
That's what we say. That's what we say. But Somalia are not really a team that's known for using the shot clock much. Speaking of not using the shot clock much, what firing, not wasting any time with that. Looks like his confidence is building. But I think Somalia need to play a little bit more with each other, get the ball moving around, take a look at more options before just having a 3-point shot and then not having anyone to come in for the rebound.
A very good defense by South Sudan. They're leading in terms of steals. Ball goes to the corner for a corner three, in and out, no good. Big rebound there by number 11, no good. But the second chance opportunity being converted there by Mayotte, the big man, taking advantage of the size disparity. South Sudan extending their lead 34-21. Haji Mahad almost forgetting the ball. Long distance three, no good. Just beating the shot clock. And another three-pointer there by Warsamed, no good, but a foul and a basket there. Hamed Farouk thumping his chest, showing strength to just get that ball amongst the trees and force the issue.
Somalia 23, South Sudan.
Malu Emmanuel 34. With the foul.
Timeout, South Sudan.
The timeout has been called. South Sudan lead this game 34-23. 7:08 to go before the half. Both teams giving it their all in this second quarter. First half has been exciting. Let's have a listen to what both benches have to say.
That's what I'm talking. Everyone understand, guys. Yo, please, look, we have good shooters. He's a good shooter. Make big. Good shooter. We have good shooter. We have in and out. Double.
We don't get the ball. Come on, man. We got to get that ball and keep doing the same thing. Push. If you don't have anything, bring it out. Run motion. You got bucks. All right? Easy. Get the ball down low. Pass it out. The same thing, man. Just keep pushing. But we got to make sure that we get that rebound defensively. And don't stop. Do not stop that energy of defensively. Keep talking, yeah? All right, let's go.
Hey, win every quarter. Win every quarter. Win every quarter. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Let's take a look at the highlights from that second quarter drive. Beautiful drive there by number 13, Haji Mahad. Mahad sticking a 2 just below the free throw line. You can see an animated head coach of the South Sudan team, Aju Aldo, disappointed by his team's effort there. But he'd be happy with that man there, number 1. Kenny Puot has been playing really well since his entrance into the game.
I mean, I think my thoughts on the game so far, Fidel, is that Somalia needs to make some adjustments to who their opponents are. A taller, more athletic, arguably even stronger team, you know. If they're going to insist on taking those 3-point shots, then they have to make sure that the other players come and take the rebounds. They have to take away that center drive that has become part and parcel of South Sudan's offense in this particular game. I don't think Somalia are making the right adjustments. I feel like they have the talent.
Yes.
I feel like they can still stay in this game, but there are some important things that they need to adjust on the offensive and defensive end if they want to be competitors in this particular matchup.
Observation there, Silale Shani. As soon as you say that, South Sudan turn over the ball. But that being said, Somalia's defense, perimeter's defense, is non-existent. Every time Puot drives to the hoop, it's like they part like the Red Sea. Nice spin move there by number 4, Guled.
Very
Adnan.
nice.
Nasty. Look at that. Left his defender for dead. Puot needs ankle insurance on that move. Start the game. Warsamed, nice pass, spin by Guled. Nowhere to go. Shot clock running out. They have to take a quick jumper. And guess who's there? Nice press there by the Somali side. But it doesn't matter. Kwani drives all the way to the basket. Second chance opportunities there presented themselves to Makwei. Ball goes to Ahmed Farouk. Farouk driving, beautiful drive, but he can't just finish from close range. And that is due to the fact that there's a height disparity. Look at that. Nice head fake. Got the man up in the air, searching for what he shouldn't care.
Someone almost got posterized right there.
Pondak Makwe. Even his name is strong. 40-27. 5:31 to go before the half.
South Sudan have created a very nice, comfortable lead. And they're not taking their foot off the gas. I like what I see, Fidel. I like their energy. I like how they're hungry. I like how they've adjusted to their opponent. They're looking at what Somalia are giving them. They're taking it, those center drives. When they're wide open, they take the three-point shot. And their bigs are getting those dunks.
And that's the first miss from the free throw in almost 2 quarters. And look at that block. Oh my goodness.
Our condolences.
Oh, nice drive to the basket by Kwani. Kwani gets fouled by showing the strength. But let's take a look at this block there by number 14, my Burdeng Mayot. He says, not in my house. It's to a Kwani drive, and as I said, that perimeter defense of the Somali side is non-existent. Driving all the way to the basket.
Did a great job of protecting the ball
Yes.
As he got to the hoop.
It's now a 15-point lead. It's a Tuesday afternoon, but the gymnasium looks nice and packed today. Of course, it's the first day of the Afro-Basket pre-qualifying tournament. Group D edition, Zone 5, if you will. That includes the countries of Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Somalia, Eritrea, and South Sudan. And a long distance shot there by Somalia, no good. Ball goes out of play. Kwani had a terrific day today.
Dangerous man. Shooting guard for the Sydney Kings in Australia. Seen unfortunate turnover for South Sudan there. Let's see if Somalia can convert. They have been struggling on the offensive end. Excellent defense from Puat. And like I said, Fidel, they're putting just enough pressure. We're seeing just enough help from the help side defense to make their guards very uncomfortable. And that's what Somalia just need to do.
That's what you have to do. Make the opposing offensive players uncomfortable in their dribble. Have to think twice before driving to the basket. And a technical foul has been called on a South Sudanese player. And I believe the foul is on Maibur Deng Mayot for an elbow. The officials don't like that sort of thing. It's called a technical foul off the ball. And to take the shot is Ahmed Farouk. Farouk stepping up to take this technical foul. And you kind of get the feeling Somalia needs to go to the free throw line to get their team, to jumpstart their offense. He sticks the first free throw. So far, so good in terms of the percentages from the charity stripe from both teams. 4:36 to go. 43-29 in favor of South Sudan. Coach Aldo of South Sudan must have been disappointed by that foul. For Samed distributing the ball to Farouk. Farouk drive into the basket, almost losing the ball. And these are FIBA rules. Farouk was trying to call for a timeout. But these are FIBA rules. A player can't call for a timeout on the court. And it's a turnover. It was a jump ball situation. It's a turnover. And Farouk is getting a turning off from his bench. I don't think he wants to run that side of the bench. Watt turning the corner, taking a nice screen hesitation move, kicks the ball out to number 7 who's just come back in. Wek Young, what a terrific monster first quarter, and a foul on Kuani driving to the basket. Let's take another look.
He does such a great job of creating space and making his way to the hoop. Look at that, Fidel. Spin move, attacks 3 defenders, knows how to draw the foul, and here he is going back on the line again. Definitely in the double digits here with just 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
43-29. Is this lead insurmountable?
Absolutely not. The great thing about international basketball is that a 20-point lead is something that can be cut down in 1 quarter alone. 4 minutes left in the second quarter, a lot of time, another half left. I think Somalia definitely need to keep their heads. And I do like the fact that you can see they're still very composed. Yeah. I just think there are a few things they need to tweak and they would still be in this game, Fidel.
Driving, Guled, Ednan, 3-pointer, no good. And those are the sort of shots, open shots that they need to fall. South Sudan lose that possession. They had the rebound initially, but they lost it. Somalia to inbound. Guled driving baseline, not afraid of the moment, sticking a layup. And those are the little plays that can bring your team back into the fold.
Did a great job utilizing that baseline drive.
Port asking for a screen from McQuay, taking a 3-pointer, and oh my goodness.
He's talking to them, Fidel. He's feeling it. That was a wet shot. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of those in this game.
The reaching foul there by Puot. No, they call it on the big man. A blocking foul. Let's take another look. It's a foul on Pundok McQuay. Coach Aldo is arguing the case, saying, you know what, McQuay was hedging.
But he moved his feet.
You have to move your feet. They're over the limit, so free throws coming up for Kwafor Yusuf. The first free throw. This is the second one, but they get their own rebound. That must have disappointed this South Sudanese team. They pride themselves on rebounding the ball well. Ednan slows the game down. Shot clock is running out. Warsamed sticks the 2 just in time, and you sort of feel the momentum has shifted ever so slightly. South Sudan to reply, no good, and it's a foul on the Somali side.
Ahmed Farouk has been doing a lot of complaining in this game. Fidel, remember on the other end of the court when he turned the ball over and was trying to argue his case?
Yeah.
I think he needs to do a little bit less talking and just focus on how he needs to adjust his game to the FIBA style of play. And I think that's always a big challenge for international players coming in from the States, from Canada, and playing in a FIBA Africa tournament. Those little rules, it can actually get frustrating.
Yes.
But they just need to understand them. That's all they need to do. They're not going to change.
We saw that in the intercity tournament 3 years back. Same is happening today. Matiang converting both free throws. Somalia needs to do something to come back into this game, and back in the game is number 3, Sheikh Mohammed, Max Ahmed. Also back is Yusuf. Yusuf asking for the ball. This on the weak side, and they can't see him.
Two seconds left on the clock. A quick three-pointer for Guled. And he is actually a really good three-point shooter. I think Somalia is taking a little bit long to adjust to the Nyayo Stadium hoops. But once they do, Fidel, I think we're going to be in for a real treat.
They kick it out to Puot. Puot for another 3. My goodness, it's raining in Nairobi, and it's raining three-pointers. 53-34, and another good defensive effort there by number 7. Nice drive and dish. Trying it too much. Almost overcooking it. Wek Nyang finally converts that defensive stance into a basket. And Somali need to be careful, especially when they lose the ball.
Absolutely, Fidel. 21-point lead has been cut down to a 19-point lead. Many thanks to number 9, Yusuf. Gets the and one. And really, I think if Somalia's shots start to fall, they could manage to inch their way back to the lead that South Sudan currently has. But they have to communicate and make sure that they are there to get the rebounds if their teammates miss the ball.
Yusuf converts a three-point play. Both sides have a healthy number of fans in the stadium. Puot all alone. Gives it up to Kwani, but a bad miss by him leads to this offensive break by Somali. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. South Sudan ball. 55-37.
Tough break for Mohammed Abdirahman. A little bit too strong off the glass, Fidel. And we can see Somalia now increasing the intensity of their defense.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were. I thought they were going to a full court press, but looks like they've decided to fall back. And I would have supported them if they went for the full court press, Fidel, just to get South Sudan a bit uncomfortable, see how they respond to that kind of pressure.
Ball goes to Matiang. Matiang top of the key. Nice pick and roll between him and Wek Nyang. And Wek Nyang just puts the ball back. Somalia, you have to give them credit. They're trying to close the driving lanes. They need to rebound the ball better, need to box out better. Warsamed. Left jump hook, no good. Big rebound there. Number 5 there, Mahmoud Abdirahman.
Big rebound indeed, Fidel. And that's what we need to see more of from Somalia. Box out the other person in the right way, get in position, you get those second chance opportunities. But now it's Matiang from beyond the arc. The veteran player showing us how it's done.
Matiang has been punishing this Somali team. They now lead the first half 60 points to 39. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first half. South Sudan in total control of this one. The first game of the AfroBasket pre-qualifier tournament, Zone 5, Group B. And they lead this game 60 to 39. Do you think we're going to see a 100-point game today in the first game?
Well, at this pace, we certainly will. If South Sudan continues at this tempo, we could see points well above in 100 points. And, it's so great to see them get into their rhythm, see them get into that flow, understanding how they're playing, establishing a style unique to South Sudan, which is something they have not had before. I think we're going to be in for a treat in the second half, especially if Somalia makes the necessary adjustments.
The necessary adjustments need to be made. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that first half. As you can see, South Sudan lead this one by 20 points, 19 points. Let's take another look at this dunk. Beautiful athletic move by Wek Nyang. He's been all over the place for this South Sudan team, and he stumped the ball home. But that man right there for Somalia answered everything back. Sheikh Mohammed Matsamed has been one shining spot for this Somali side. Beautiful drive, not afraid of the trees. But number 8, Kwani, it's almost a double K with a 3-pointer of his own, but they are not to be left behind. Olol Osman answering back with a 3-pointer of his own. But South Sudan showing their athleticism. Look at that beautiful move, up and under, off the glass, getting a foul and going to the free throw line to convert that into a 3-point play. It was not all offense. Defensively, Kwani, double K as I'll call him. It's easier to call him double K. With a big block off the glass. But that man, Haji Mahad, was not afraid of the moment just below the free throw line, much to the disappointment of the South Sudan coach.
I mean, I like his aggression. You know, he's still taking it to them despite him being one of the shorter players on the floor. But speaking of shorter players, Tenny Puot putting on a show from beyond the arc. And not just that, he's also been aggressive getting to the hoop, allowing his teammates to scoop up those rebounds for the second chance opportunities. Such a versatile guard. You know, you don't see too many point guards who can score the way he does. He reminds me a little bit of Griffin Ligare, who's also a good floor general, as well as putting up a lot of points offensively. But Somalia, I would say they're hanging in there, Fidel. I think one of their major woes is they've not been able to get used to these Nyayo Stadia rims, which sometimes seem a little bit high.
Yeah, they're tightly wound, if you will. And let's take a beautiful move there. Reminds me of a young Shaquille O'Neal. Pondak Makwe just taking advantage of the fact that he's much bigger, much stronger, and much faster. But look who's trying his best to put this Somali team on his back. But number 14, my bull Deng Mayot, didn't want anything to do with our play. And double K driving to the basket, getting fouled and converting that 3-point play. But Somalia were still in this game. They're 19 points down, but Guled Adnan was a catalyst to start off the game. But off the bench, Terry Puot was on fire from beyond the arc and driving to the basket. He's been doing almost everything for this South Sudanese team. Playmaking, shooting the ball well. And you can see from that point on, things are looking mighty grim for Somalia. But hope still resides on this side of the continent. And Somalia are the perfect example of that for Fao Yusuf with a baseline jumper there for an and one basket. Mohamed Abdirahim checking into the game, making sure his team stays close. But Matiang trying to widen the gap, shooting 3-point after 3-point, and you see what it means to their fans who've shown up in droves at the National Stadium Basketball Gymnasium. It's the first day of the Afro Basket pre-qualifier tournament between South Sudan and Somalia. South Sudan lead the first half 60 points to 39. this first game of the Afro Basket pre-qualifier tournament between South Sudan and Somalia. As you can see on your screens, the score line is in favor of South Sudan, 60-39, but the more telling statistics are down below. South Sudan shooting 13 of 22 from the field in terms of 2-pointers, 59%, and 6 of 11 from beyond the arc. Very impressive, over 50%. And 16 of 18 from the free throw lines, 88%. On the other hand, Somalia not doing too badly, except from beyond the arc, 3 for 14 at 21%, and 8 of 10 from the free throw line.
I think it's time for Somalia to either recognize what's working for them or come in really early and practice their three-point shots on these hoops. I actually thought that their field goal percentage would be a bit lower because they've really missed a lot of shots at the hoop. 50% is not bad. I think they just need to keep on taking it to them.
Of course, just let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. In case you missed it, you can go to our Facebook page and see Mad Goat TV or www.madgoat.tv. Look at that move by South Sudanese point guard Puot from beyond the arc. They've been shooting 54% from the three-point line, and you can see why. And second half starts off possession. Somalia, they must come into this second half believing that they can do damage against this tall and big South Sudanese team. But immediately they're off to the races. Another three-pointer by Matiang. It seems the young man can't miss.
Oh, that's the vet of the team, Fidel. Don't get it twisted. He's showing the younger players how to get it done, how to have that confidence from beyond the arc. And Somalia still with no answer. But that's a nice drive from Goulet. Misses everything. I like his confidence. I'd like to see him take more of those.
A nice alley-oop pass to Kwani. Not Kwani rather, but number 10, Makwe. But he's not able to convert that. And another turnover by Somalia. Frustration showing on the face of Kwafu Yusuf. Port exercising electing patience, I should say. Swinging the ball to Kwani. Going back to Double K. Looking at the rim. He gives it up to... And you can feel the fans from South Sudan, they're almost up on their feet. Thought that ball had gone in for a second there. Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed trying his luck from beyond the arc.
And there's not good ball movement because no one is moving in the Somali offense. And I think the point guard needs to recognize that and get these players to actually do some kind of motion offense.
Nice pass there from the free throw line. Maibudeng Mayot was just trying to grab that rebound off one hand, but Somalia wanted nothing to do with that. Nice defensive recovery there by South Sudan. But they turn the corner, nice drive, baseline jumper. Wasamed, he misses that one, and they're off to the races. Double K dribbling all the way to the basket, left hand off the glass.
He's an engine, Fidel. He's an engine.
Moving like a Rolls Royce, Double K, moving like double R. And you can see why South Sudan have this big lead at the moment. Baseline jumper there by Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed, just to quiet the South Sudanese fan base.
It's looking to me, Fidel, like Somalia are hero ball is working for them. I mean, that's the only way they're getting their baskets because they're not moving well on offense. But that's a nice steal on the defensive end. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate miss by Adnan. Wide open. Couldn't make that lay in. And you know what, Fidel? You know what I suspect.
What do you suspect?
You know, we always forget just how Nairobi is a high altitude city. And I'm looking at how the Somali team are moving and how they're breathing, and I think they're tired.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's maybe they should have come in a few more days to acclimatize to this kind of environment. but that is what I suspect. You can correct me. They can correct me on Facebook if they think I'm wrong.
It's a valid theory. Let's have a listen to what both teams have to say during this timeout.
When they play in the zone, they have a big man here and a big man here. So I think the moment I can't somebody else got to be
That ball that can't shoot, let him open.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the start of the second half. And that man over there, Matiang, seems he can't miss. It's like a free throw line for him. The confidence he's exhibiting in this game. And that man over there, double K, moving like a double R. That's a Rolls Royce from Kwani off the glass using his left hand.
He's played some good minutes in the first half. He doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon, Fidel.
Warsamed from beyond the arc, and finally something falls for this Somali team. And you see what it means to the players, trying to encourage them, trying to encourage his teammates, saying it's not over yet till the fat lady sings. 65-44. 21-point lead. Nice head fake. Kwani. Too strong. Rebound. Guled. Guled gives it up to Yusuf. Yusuf finds Osman. Osman trying to dribble to the basket, but nice defensive stance there. Help defense by Port. Yusuf asking for a screen. No one coming through. Eventually he gets the help he needs. Driving baseline. He kicks it out to Osman just to beat the shot clock. A nice, better ball movement by this Somali side.
Nice catch play for Olol Osman, who we didn't see play much in the second quarter due to his foul trouble. I know the Somali side were hurting with having him not on the floor. South Sudan putting on a ball movement clinic to find Kwani, double K for a nice baseline J.
And a reply almost immediately by Guled, who's fouled by Matiang. He goes to the free throw line for a chance to convert that into a three-point play. An exciting game so far, 67-46. Scoreline at the moment, 48 rather by the Somali side. 5:35 to go till the end of the third quarter. One free throw coming up for Guled.
Guled is an excellent shooter from the free throw line. I'm fairly confident he's going to convert this into a three-point play. And I think it was a wise decision from the coaching staff, or the technical bench rather, to switch to a 2-3 zone defense, as he misses the free throw that I predicted he would make.
The curse of the commentator. I'll say a three-pointer by Matiang. And Matiang cannot miss from beyond the arc. 70-48. Look at that scoreline. And we barely grazed this third quarter.
I mean, we're talking about if they're going to hit 100.
I think they might.
It's going to be a century and beyond, Fidel.
They just might. Nice drive to the basket there. Strong move by Makwe. But they say it's a travel. But that's what you like to see a big man doing.
Absolutely.
Just
I mean,
going in strong.
You called him a young Shaq, and he really does a great job of taking that power dribble, planting his feet, and then going straight up.
Speaking of going straight up, nice move there by Osman. Avoiding the block there. Warsamed. No luck. The dexterity in terms of his skill, as evidenced in that move, using the right hand. He's a left-handed player. Ball goes to Matiang. Matiang takes his defender out of it. It's a mismatch between him and Mahad. Driving all the way to the basket. Elects to kick it out. His teammates froze almost in time, thinking he was going to drive all the way to the basket. But Double K guilty of that turnover. And that's what you see in the modern game nowadays. The player reaches almost reaching the rim and kicks it out for a three-pointer.
You think it's a stylistic thing or logically? Is that really the best decision?
You know, they say the three-pointer counts more than the two-pointer, so basketball analytics.
That's a nice move from Mohamed Warsamid, posting and toasting. I really like how he does that power dribble, then that spin with the hook shot. Very hard to block.
And the young shark driving strong to the basket there, number 10, Makuwe. Let's take another look, using his body effectively. But he gets fouled there by Mohamed. He goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. .20 lead.
Somalia unable to crack this 20-point lead, Fidel. And I don't think it's necessarily how badly they're playing, but just how well South Sudan are playing.
We called it. It's not as if Somalia is playing poorly. It's just better offense, better defense by this South Sudanese team. Three-pointer there by Mahad. No good. Rebound South Sudan. And they have numbers here. And a nice alley-oop there to Makuwe. And you can see what it means to the fans. Getting the fans off their feet, hands on heads. Exciting times.
I mean,
for
when's
South Sudanese fans.
the last time we saw plays like this in Nyayo Stadium, Fidel?
It's been a minute, I'll tell you that. Nice post-up move there by Warsamid. Matiang getting the rebound and is going coast to coast, giving it up to Malu Emmanuel.
Maluk did a great job of making sure he didn't lose the ball with those defensive arms all over the place. Looked like he was going to put someone on a poster. Misses the first free throw. Let's see if he can make this a 25-point lead for South Sudan, who has packed out the gym with their fans. Basket is good. 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. A take all the way to the hoop from number 9, Yusuf. And you have to admire the resilience of this Somali side.
They're just having fun.
But Quaini, they have not found an answer for this man who has decided that he wants to be the top scorer for this game, Fidel.
If you're to pick right now, oh, nice block there, Matiang, and they're off to the races. Nice drive by Kwani. If you're to pick a player who's an MVP for this South Sudanese team right now.
I mean, first half, it was Wek Nyang for me.
Yeah.
I mean, he was putting on a clinic. But I think for the overall game, I'd have to say Quaini. You know, standing at 6'6", at 25 years old, he's showing off his athleticism, he's showing off his maturity, his basketball IQ. He knows when to bring it back out and pass the ball. He knows when to take it all the way to the hoop like he did in that last play, draw the defense. He has really impressed me so far in this game, Fidel.
And you can see the results of that. The scores are now 78-52. Let's have a listen to what both teams have to say to their benches.
Okay, let's play now man to man.
I got number 9.
Play full court. Let's go.
Hey, come on. Hey, win your battle on defense. Listen.
Or what do you think, guys? Can we play half court?
Yeah, well, no, man is cool. Stay with your man.
Okay, everybody get back to.
Yeah.
Get back to.
Hey.
Hey, shooting that bitch. I haven't seen y'all run the 5 yet, man. Y'all run that right. Come on, let's go. Shooting that bitch. Team on 3, 1, 2, 3. Guys, got to do
Highlights from that third quarter. Nice alley-oop pass here from Puat to number 10, Makwe. Managers are tipping, skying high to go down hard. You can see what it means to their fans. They have a commanding lead in this first game of the AfroBasket pre-qualifier tournament, but Somali has not given up. Number 9 there, Kofo Yusuf. Nice, beautiful drive all the way to the basket. But 3-pointers have been the talk of the day by this South Sudanese team, shooting 54% from beyond the arc. They have number 8, Kwani.
And that 54% might be even higher now, Fidel.
Yes, I agree. Kwani about to shoot free throws. Coming in for Somali right now is Hamed Farouk. Kwani, ice in his veins. That's converting all the free throw attempts given.
South Sudan looking to make this a 30-point game, Fidel.
Nice drive to the basket there. Clever move by Yusuf. It's been one bright factor for this Somali team. Coming into the game for South Sudan is number 3, back ball. Nice no-look pass there, but too hot for number 10, Makwe. Guled off to the races for this Somali side. He goes. He gets his shot almost blocked out, but the goaler called goaltending there. My goodness, this South Sudanese team is very athletic.
Extremely, Fidel. But I have to ask, Kwani has played, I think, most of this game so far, as we see those guys get up there. Wow. And I don't know if that's really a smart move from the coaches. When you have this almost a 30-point lead, why not rest your star player? Because, it's a week. You have about 4 or 5 games ahead of you.
Yeah.
No one has that kind of energy to play them back to back. So something the technical bench might want to take a look at.
That's why it's not resting.
Perhaps, but Yusuf, like you said, Fidel, he is one of the bright stars for Somalia. And I think that's his first 3-pointer for this game, but he's been very active inside the arc.
Back ball, turn in the corner, floater, no good. He's fouled on the floor. Foul happened on the floor. It's not a free throw, side out. And I have a feeling the fourth quarter will see a different South Sudanese team. 1:13 to go to that point. Kwani to inbound. Look. Eventually the ball goes to number 11. Emmanuel Malou. If Matiang can shoot it, I can show you one better. Oh my goodness. Good lad. Guled Adnan putting on a show despite the scoreline.
He has those handles, Fidel.
Puts his defender on skates. And the referees consulting the table at the moment. Seems to be a clock issue. Sorted that out. Game has been well officiated today, I have to say. Oh, nice move there. Nice defensive move as well by the Somali side. And there was absolutely no need for that foul. Mayotte had the height advantage. just went ahead and umbrellaed Yusuf. It's sunny in Nairobi. Just put an umbrella on Yusuf and...
It ain't right, Fidel. It ain't right. But Yusuf will think twice the next time he goes for that layup on Deng Mayot.
Sometimes the game makes you smile. And that was one instant. Seems a bit shaken up. He doesn't even want to take the free throw yet. Must be telling the referee, I'm seeing a shadow because of the umbrella. And a standing ovation for Mayot, who's just gone to the bench by the South Sudanese fans. And there seems to be an issue here. 38 seconds to go before the fourth quarter. It seems the Somali team wants to take advantage of the fact that the officials were having a discussion of their own. It was an official timeout, if you will. But a technical foul being given to Yusuf, who's about to shoot a free throw. 83-59. It was a bad foul by Mayot. Converts that free throw. .23 lead by South Sudan, cut down to 22 points. And Somali get possession back. Some of their fans who've shown up, spirits not dampened. Number 13 to inbound the ball, Haji Mahad.
Haji Mahad has not had a lot of minutes in this game, but I feel like when he is on the floor, he's made an impact.
Good things happen. I know it sounds like an ad, but when Mahad is there, good things happen. 38 seconds to go. Guled getting the ball, defensive breakdown there by South Sudan. But Somalia can't convert that play, and a reaching foul. Is it a reaching foul on Somalia? Yes.
We take a look at the replay. Yeah, Guled got a bit more than the ball. I think he was trying to recover from his missed layup. That's the second time he's tried to do a finger roll and missed everything, rather. And again, I think it's just an issue of them adjusting to these hoops. As another three-point shot from Emmanuel Malu. And you know what, Fidel? When the bigs start hitting threes, it's time to call it a game.
We're going to have a long day on the defensive end. Osman. Nice hard pass to Yusuf. Yusuf has to give it up. Very good defense there by South Sudan, but they lose the ball. Yusuf three-pointer, no good. And time has expired on the clock. And a dunk there to just punctuate their dominance. Wek Nyang, they don't count the basket as time had expired.
South Sudan fans are furious, but it is what it is. The time had elapsed. It was the end of the third quarter. And Wek Nyang, such a pretty play. Look how he cocks it back. Bam.
With style and grace, he goes up in the air. Number 7, Wek Nyang, emphatically putting the ball in the rim, but the scores at the moment, the basket didn't count. South Sudan 86, Somalia 61.
run motion. Alright? Alright, let's go. Bring it in. Let's go. Bring it in.
Hey, man, you know, 3, we win only 1, 2, 3.
Let's take a look at the highlights from the third quarter. Emmanuel Malu carrying off where Matiang had left off from beyond the arc. It would be interesting to see the percentages from beyond the arc. Nice dunk there. $1 million move. And a 10-cent finish, as they say, because the basket didn't count. Time was expiring at that particular point. But nevertheless, it brought the South Sudanese fan base up on their feet. We're about to start the fourth quarter. South Sudan in total control of this one, 86-61. In the first game of the AfroBasket pre-qualifier tournament that is in Nairobi from today, the 14th of January, till Saturday, the 19th. We have 9-10 minutes to go till the end of this game. Our second game of the day is the marquee matchup between Kenya and Eritrea. And speaking of which, speaking of marquee, Puot driving all the way to the basket. Nice finger roll there to extend their lead to 88 points. South Sudan have really brought it today.
They really have, and they've done a great job of distributing the offensive load across the team. I would guess there are at least 4, maybe even 5 players in double digits right now. And that's really what you want, to have a comfortable lead like this one right here and to win a game. As we see the tip back by the man who has shown us that we believe humans can fly, Wek Nyang.
See, nice sportsmanship there between the Somali and South Sudanese team. Let's take another look at that, and you can see the determination in terms of a block there by number 4, Mengistu. But Yusuf was a bit too quick. He's been very good from the free throw line.
He has, but I have to admire his bravery for still taking it to the hoop, even after that last foul from Mayotte. What do you call it, Fidel? An umbrella?
An umbrella, yeah.
Ah, yes. That's a new basketball term,
yeah, that's
right?
a new term. It's just because Rihanna has been in the news.
We need to start putting that in the Urban Dictionary.
So remember, don't go too far after this game. Immediately after, we have Kenya taking on Eritrea in our second game of the AfroBasket pre-qualifier game tournament. Oh, nice move there. Nice no-look pass and a nice finish by Emmanuel Malu. South Sudan putting on a show. Oh, nice split of the defense. Oh, and Guled wanted to answer them back, and a nice reverse up and under by number 7, Wek Nyang.
Why did he have to attempt the dunk, Fidel? Why did he have to attempt the dunk?
Nice move there. Beautiful finish. Nice spin move there. Left the defender for dead. And then Malu Emmanuel finishing the play emphatically and acknowledging the crowd that is just seated behind the basket they're scoring on. The scores at the moment 92-63 in favor of South Sudan. I like that. It's like yoga, I believe.
Let's see if he does it again.
Let's see. Every player has a ritual, and you can see.
He's done it again. That's his ritual, I guess. But he's missed both, so
time to change it.
Possibly.
Oh, nice defense there. Caught in between two minds. Haji wanted to take a jump shot, but the defender recovered well. And we've seen Somalia employing a full court press immediately. They have no choice but to do so. 8:23 to go. South Sudan have been comfortable so far in this game. Time to feel the heat. Let's see how they'll handle this defensive pressure. Oh.
Well, they got the ball over halfway, but still managed to lose it as Yusuf fires from downtown. Basket isn't good.
Port. put in the moves. Almost a turnover there, saved by Emmanuel. Emmanuel, top of the key, free, declines the shot, drives through the basket, left-handed layup. And a foul on Wek Nyang. He goes to the free throw line. Let's see if he'll change his ritual, but a nice, beautiful move there by Emmanuel. Defenders have to respect his jump shot now. He's had like three pointers in this second half.
I mean, how do you guard someone like that in this league? In the NBA, 6'6" is not necessarily very tall, but Emmanuel Malu, 6'6", he can drive and he can take the three-point shot. If you had a choice, Fidel, which one would you allow him to take? Would you body up on him on defense or
Let's
let
take
him
the
take
jump
that
shot any day. I know he's been shooting the ball well, but it's better than a layup. There's no way you're allowing a 6-foot guy to drive all the way to the basket. And South Sudan are off to the races. Emmanuel gets blocked there by Guled. Guled can get up with the best of them. Back ball slows the game down. Puot also calling out a play. High screen. Deep three. Too strong. But rebound goes to South Sudan. Philip Dominic, who's just come into the game. And he needs to warm up just a little bit. Three-pointer by Somali there. Number 11, Haji Dahir, who's also just checked into the game, trying to reduce the deficit. Puot getting a high pick and roll by that man there, Emmanuel, finishing strong. Welcome to my poster. Emmanuel just putting Osman on a selfie.
My goodness.
My goodness. And a timeout has immediately been called by the Somali side.
It was necessary.
96-65. Let's have a listen to what both benches have to say.
Where's the airport?
Come on, guys. Rebound.
Go,
Rebound.
get the airport.
Let's go.
Let's have a look at some of the highlights from that start of the fourth quarter. Nice pick and roll there by this South Sudanese team. Puot and Emmanuel, telepathic move by both players, leading to an emphatic dunk. Brought the house down almost. Guled kicking it out. The kid, no good. Haji Dahir, rather. Or Samed kicks it out to Dahir again. Dahir, the jumper is falling short. And you can tell that is fatigue. And Puot fighting for everything. Like they're just leading this game by 2 points.
Happy to see the sportsmanship on the court, though, Fidel, despite the points differential. I think Somalia recognized the impressive performance that South Sudan have put on this lovely Nairobi evening. And South Sudan talking loud and clear about what their intentions are in this particular tournament. You know, when I talked to the manager earlier, asked him what the vision is for the South Sudanese side, and he said it's to be one of the top teams in Africa. And I think it's a very feasible goal for South Sudan.
Oh! As soon as you say that, we're almost brought out of our seats. By that move, let's take another look. Emmanuel is determined to put everyone on a poster today. This is an exciting team to watch. 6 minutes remaining, 4 points to reach a century by South Sudan. And you could tell after the second quarter that the South Sudan team really meant business. And coming into the game after a long stay on the bench, Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed Guled taking a breather. I don't think we'll see him until their next game. Nice handoff there. Pull-up jumper. No good. Big rebound there by Manuel. Second chance opportunities. Back ball calling for patience. High pick and roll again with Emmanuel driving all the way to the basket. Strong move by back ball.
Nice hesitation.
Nice. Yusuf, long three-pointer there. Not accurate, but big rebound there. And a foul on Ahmed Farouk by Wek Nyang. It's a side out. Turning the corner. Jump ball.
Another turnover for Ahmed Farouk.
They say it's a Somali ball, white ball. Somali are in white. Get the ball. Ahmed three-pointer off the mark. The long distance shot there by number 5, no good. Nice tip pass to Mengistu. Brings the scores to 100 to 65, and a nice steal there. And a pass to Ball. Ball makes it 102 to 65. Just having a look at the officials' table scoreboard, and I didn't know it could reach 3 digits. It's possible. Yeah, you can see that. 102 to 65. 4:47 to go in the fourth quarter. And coming out of the game is number 7, Wek Nyang, to a standing ovation by his teammates and their fan base. He's had one heck of a game.
Good move from the coach to bench him.
Yeah.
Him and Quaini.
Yeah.
Let them have their legs for tomorrow's game. We're going to have games all the way to Saturday. The winner of this tournament advances to another qualifying tournament that's taking place later on in the year in November.
Yeah. See the Somali fan base not discouraged at all. Ball looking, searching, finding eventually. Nice spin move there, stepping through. Emmanuel Malo showing the confidence that the young man has after today's game. That's extending their lead today. Driving to the basket. Baseline drive, throws it up in the air. Samed putting it back. 104 to 69. Ball all the way to the basket, off the glass, too easy.
Too easy, way too easy. I don't know if it was Ball who made it look so easy or the Somali defense which was slacking off a little bit. But I think the Somali team are tired, Fidel. Looking at their body language, looking at how their shots are falling, even their layups are short. I think they're just tired.
More of it is to do with a psychological state of mind. I mean, when you look at this scorer, McQuay was about to interrupt my train of thought, but if you look at this scoreline as an opposing player, you're down 108-69. What goes through your mind? Do you just say, you know what, let's look to the next one? Or let's keep on fighting?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a whole week ahead of you. You have to see the bigger picture. It's one loss, but you have 4 more games which you can win.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not a death sentence for Somalia at all. It's not a win or lose, win or go home situation. I think Somalia, if I was the coach, I'd probably bench their best players and really just focus on what they need to do for the rest of this week. What a block from Emmanuel Malu. And the ball is swiped back by Somalia. Dribble J, no one to get the rebound. Somalia still in it. And those are the baskets they have to make. Yeah. But it's hard to make. I keep on saying it, Fidel. I really feel like they're tired. If these guys had fresh legs, that's an and one situation, a foul and a basket.
Yeah.
But absolutely not a death sentence for Somalia. Very talented squad. I'm still expecting great things from them for the duration of this tournament.
.240 to go, and timeout has been called. 108-73. Somalia will go to the free throw line after this timeout. But I suspect Coach Aldo will change each player on the court right now for South Sudan and give them a breather. Let's have a listen to what both teams have to say. But as soon as I say that, Somalia team is in a hurry to just get done and dusted with this game. Let's have a listen to what Coach Aldo has to say.
When they come to you, you got all of these guys, right? Let's go. You get him. Go big fight. Family on me, 7 up 3, 1, 2, 3.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Nice pick and roll, nice fan base, if you will. Very loud fan base, and you can see number 7, Wek Nyang, acknowledging the love. This young man has really been impressive. Look at that step-through move.
Tough move.
Up and under, off the glass, to convert that into 2 points. And defensively, he's been all over the place, I think, for me. In the second half, he's been that guy.
All-around great player, doing his thing on both ends of the floor. I think we can continue to expect great things from him as well for the duration of this tournament, as South Sudan look to put this game to bed.
Almost a putback there by South Sudan, and it's amazing they have not put their foot off the gas. They're still playing hard, going back on defense. They still have the energy and the drive to finish the game strong. 2:12 to go, leading 108-73. Remember, our second game of the day will feature the host country, Kenya, taking on Eritrea. And Emmanuel, it's that young man again. I've lost count as to how many blocks he's had in this game. Nice drive to the basket, no good. Put back there by number 10, Makwe.
I think this game went to South Sudan's side in the second quarter, Fidel. That's when they were able to extend the game to a 21-point lead, was it?
Yes.
And I think that's really where Somalia lost it. In the third quarter, they managed to make sure, South Sudan pulled it to a 30-point lead. They managed to bring it back to a 20-point lead. But as a team, when you're chasing that kind of a lead, it takes so much energy.
So much effort, so much psychological toil. But one man who's not stopped playing is that young man on your screen right there, Yusuf. He's been going hard still, leading by example, one of the leaders of this team. At the moment, it scores a 110-74, and substitutions coming in. Yusuf taking a breather, a well-deserved rest. Ball Getting guarded by Sheikh Mohammed Maksamed. But things are too easy for this South Sudanese team. Nice behind the back dribble. And you can see this South Sudan team still going hard. Oh, nice move there. Silky smooth. But they recently introduced number 8, Mohammed Idams. As a player, former player, you still play. What does it feel like when you check into the game, 1:15 remaining, and you're down double digits, and you haven't played the whole game? If you're playing the whole game, that's fine, but
I would show out. I mean, that's why I'm so glad that he pulled that move, splitting the defense like that, because those are the moments that will encourage your coach to give you more minutes in the next game. So yes, it can be discouraging.
Yeah.
It's more discouraging when your coach puts you in when there are 15 seconds left in the game and you're down by this many points. But I would say by all means, show out, use the time that you've got.
Well, Samet has been effective on the low block. He gets fouled there by number 10, Makwe. 51 seconds remaining on the clock. Remember our second game, Kenya versus Eritrea. Right here live on Mad Goat TV. Converts the first free throw.
Gets the second one to go as well. And about 2 possessions left here in this game. South Sudan decide to slow it down. Ball from deep. Manages to get back the rebound. It's a great ball movement to find number 10, Makwe, who acts like the rim offended him, Fidel. Like he just wants to punish it.
Oh my goodness. His dunking percentage is not doing too good. But nevertheless, they have a 112-77 lead.
And he converts that first free throw. So we can forgive him for that missed dunk.
Yeah.
Misses the second. South Sudan maintain the possession. He goes in again. Like Fidel said, his dunking percentage is low. It certainly doesn't stop him from trying. As a great move from Sheikh Mohammed. Hard block on Makwe, who was not going to let this game end without another dunk. Excellent defense from number 5, Mohammed Abdirahman. He wasn't going to be put on a poster. He was like, no.
Let me tell you,
I'm going to die today, but I'm going to block this ball.
Diplomatic relations are about to be severed there. Those two went up in the air and they met halfway down. And I think for me, I wouldn't have called a foul. Brilliant block there. But FIBA rules, he hadn't released the ball from his hands. Have to follow the fine letter of the law. 11 seconds to go. Let's see if they are up. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The game has come to a close. The first game of the Afro Basket pre-qualifier tournament that featured the teams from South Sudan and Somalia. As you can see from the scoreline, it was an emphatic victory for South Sudan. They win this game 114-79. Don't forget, stay close to your TV sets, stay close to your mobile devices. to watch the second game of the day between Kenya and Eritrea. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that game. Very exciting game.
Packed out gymnasium, I must say.
Yeah.
South Sudan fans have come out in their numbers. So much energy on the floor and off the floor, and it was kick-started by that man right there, Wek Nyang, who has showed us just how high he can get up. Had an excellent first half, helping the South Sudan side to push their lead to a 21-point lead before the end of the second quarter. We cannot leave without mentioning Emmanuel Malu, who really has had an outstanding game today, Fidel. You know, you asked me earlier if my man for the match was Queni or someone else, and
yes.
Right now I must say I am conflicted. He's done an excellent job on both ends of the floor. Huge contributor on the offensive end and defensive end for South Sudan. But Somalia have hung in there. We definitely can't say they didn't put in a good effort in this game. I do believe they tried their best. But once South Sudan got on a roll, that was it.
And that man right there put in a shift today, Emmanuel Malo. The third and fourth quarter belonged to this young man, playing as hard as he could to ensure that his team came out comfortable winners. It's fun looking at the fans when a super play has been made. And look at, speaking of super plays, that step through move by Emmanuel and that defensive effort just seconds later punctuated his efforts today. Somali didn't give up though, led by that young man over there, but we could see the effort that they brought into this game. Remember, don't go too far. Our second game of the day will be between the host Kenya and Eritrea.